Health and fitness requires more than just the physical work. It starts with the work you put in to grow your mind. Welcome to the Mind Gains podcast, where we discuss what it takes mentally to see results physically. I'm your host, Jess. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Mind Gains podcast. I'm Jess, and I will be your host. I wanted to just give a quick introduction to me, to the show, and what you can expect when you tune in. I am a women's online health and fitness coach. I love all things gym, workouts, strength training, nutrition, mindset. Truthfully, I'm passionate about all of it. I have so many conversations on a daily and weekly basis about all of these things, and I wanted to start this podcast because, honestly, I have a lot to say on these topics. I want this show to be a platform where I can come on here on a regular basis, talk about what's on my mind, and just share with you all. And the biggest reason I wanted to do this is because I'm having conversations like these all the time anyways. I figured I might as well record myself speaking to each of these things in the form of a podcast so the information can get out to anyone who needs it. And that's really my goal with all of this. Health and fitness is such a vast topic. And when you Google search questions related to working out or nutrition, you're going to get into such a black hole of information, and really you're going to find a ton of misinformation, which doesn't help anyone and leaves people feeling really confused and really frustrated. So I just wanted to be able to get the needed information out there, and if I can help one person along in their journey this way, it'll be worth it to me. A little bit about me and my background. I feel like most of the time this is where you'll hear fitness professionals say, I grew up playing sports. I grew up as a D1 athlete. That is not my story. That is not my background. I grew up playing zero sports, not really being that active. I mean, I did things like cheer when I was really young and marching band in high school, but nothing crazy, no sports or anything like that. Regardless, I did not like being active. It was just not my thing. But I always did have a desire to get into working out, strength training specifically. So for years, I tried to get into a consistent routine of working out. Nothing ever stuck, and I just kept falling off the wagon over and over again. I finally buckled down in early 2022, decided to get my life together and figure this whole health and fitness thing out, regardless of how long it took. And I did it. Not to say I've got it all figured out, but I got enough of it figured out to start seeing the results I had been after. And after that, I just fell in love with the process and became like a sponge of just researching and learning and trying and failing and trying another approach at all of this. And when I recognized that this was my passion and that I wanted this for others as well, I decided to get my CNC and CPT certifications and become a health and fitness coach. So really, I haven't been doing this that long, a little less than 3 years. But if anything, I feel like that just goes to show how much progress can be made in such a short amount of time. So what can you expect from the Mind Gains podcast? Each week, you can expect to hear about different topics on workouts, lifting, nutrition, macros, mindset shifts that should shed some light on fitness misinformation or just help you along in your journey. There will be lots of information, but also lots of motivation to help in that regard as well. And I wanted to call it the Mind Gains podcast because everything and life in general, but really health and fitness specifically, comes down to your mindset and the way that you view and perceive things. And in order to make physical progress and see those physical changes in this journey, you've got to start with taking a hard look at where your mindset is. Because if it's not in the right spot, nothing that you do afterwards is going to make any difference at all. Please trust me on that. I had to learn that the hard way. Everything I share here will be things I have personally gone through or implemented to get me to where I currently am today. And I'm just ready to share my knowledge and experience with all of you. But with all of that being said, I am so excited to be starting the show, and I just can't wait to see where this takes us. If you're ready to level up, to learn what you need to learn in order to see the results you want, then be sure to tune in here every week.